want to know how it all began. Well,
the first clock was built, something older was already keeping count. Humans, once the most advanced beings in existence. Brilliant, boundless, catastrophically violent. The universe reset them. From the ashes came the few who chose differently. Sages. They built an order. Guardians placed over the timelines themselves. The Time Lords. Among them, one was unlike any other. The dragon, born of both worlds, the living bridge between what humanity was and what it must never become again. A force so absolute, nothing in existence dared stand before it. It doesn't kill you, it unravels you, back to forwards. You stop having ever existed, which is exactly why it had to go. Someone came from the inside, turned the eye of the goddess, not by force, by invitation. They didn't break the laws of time. They signed over the deed. And who knew that you could trick such a being into eating its own tail? What was done that day infected every timeline in existence. And the longer it goes uncorrected, the less there will be left to save. They came to destroy him. Not to capture, not to negotiate, to strip the dragon of everything. His crystal, his power, his hold over the timelines. One faction, one order. Portals splitting the sky open from every direction. And they had help. The goddess herself granted them the power to do what no single force could do alone. The ability to trap the dragon, to hold something that ancient, that chosen, that bloodline bound in place. The dragon fought back with everything the bloodline ever gave him. Green fire against an army that had borrowed the power of a goddess. It was never going to be enough. And in that moment, with his power bleeding out and the trap closing and the goddess already reaching. Time stopped. 30 seconds. Stolen from the space between one moment and the next. It was all he needed. He slipped through. The crystal was destroyed. The power over the timelines, gone. Everything the goddess was promised, delivered. Except the one thing she actually wanted. Now the faction that made that deal has to face her. Without him. He lost everything. His power, his memory, his name. All that remains is a man who is trapped in loops, searching for something he can't remember losing. His name is Tim Reynolds, and he was a time dragon.
I'm not getting stuck here. Not again. If I stand still, the day erases me. Near 90, that's as close as they'll let me. Until I learn the trick. I'm supposed to be somewhere else. I just don't know where yet. Every conversation is a clue or a trap.